What's going on, guys? My name is Jeffrey. Welcome back to Regressions, and today we're reacting to 13 Words of Wisdom that Taylor Swift once said. So this is by Swift Styles. I'll leave the link to that channel in the description below to the video, and you can go check out this video yourself. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking for more Taylor Swift, and I thought this would be a really good video. So yeah, if you're new to your channel, hit the subscribe button, click the like button, let me know what you guys want to see next in the comment section below. Our opponent's having a great day today, and yeah, let's check this out. I don't even know what song this is. I don't think it's her song. I think it's just a random song.
There doesn't have to be loneliness in being alone, and you can find romance in your life even if you aren't involved.
That's true.
You know, life can be beautiful and spontaneous and surprising and romantic and magical without you having some love affair happening. And you can replace all of those feelings you used to have when you were enamored with someone with being enamored with your friends and enamored with learning new things and challenge and living your life on your own terms. I never understood it when people would say, oh, you know, in your 20s, you just need to be alone. And I never quite got it because they would never explain to me that it's so important to define yourself on your own terms. If you think about it, when you're in love, that person's opinion affects your opinions. And everything you do goes through this filter of how would they feel about it. Because if you're a caring person and you're in love...
But I think, like, I don't think that's all, like, I definitely agree with, like, just, like, being older and, like, a lot of people just, like, make you feel like you need to be, like, married and all of this, like, expectations. But, like, 20, maybe, like, I understand her point of, like, you know, not, like, being alone in your 20s, but also, like, another person can, like, make you better, like, you know, because like she's saying, like, it's filtered through, but like that person might make you think through more of what you're saying, and maybe you'll then make like better decisions because there's another person with you. But then also it's hindering your decision making and, like, you know, kind of like not putting all on yourself, I guess. I don't know, I like it though. I like what she said so far.
Then that's what you do. But there's something really wonderful about changing your life if you want to, cutting your hair short if you want to, moving to New York if you want to, changing directions of your entire creative outlook if you want to, and having it only be on your own terms.
See, that's what I'm scared to have, like, well, I know I'm not doing it, but like scared of having like kids at a like young age, because like that, like, because at that point, like, it's so like you can like kind of do that stuff, but it's like it's very hindered because like everything you want, like, you kind of put it aside for that kid now. Like, that's like you're making sure that kid grows up to be like what you want it to be, so you kind of put everything aside for that kid. Like, if you're like not putting it aside and you're still doing like what you want, even though it's kind of messed up unless like you're rich, but still, even like that kid's not getting attention, you know. A lot of rich people, their kids don't get very good attention. It's very interesting though. I don't know, I like what she said though.
There's a different vocabulary for men and women in the music industry, right?
Give me an example.
Okay, a man does something, it's strategic. A woman does the same thing, it's calculated. A man is allowed to react, a woman can only overreact.
Yep.
I don't think you should ever have to apologize for your excitement just because it's like, I don't know, just because something's cliche doesn't mean that it's not something that's awesome.
True. What people call, you know, supposedly cheesy is just joy, isn't it?
Yeah, like the worst kind of person is someone who makes someone feel bad, dumb, or stupid for like being excited about something.
Literally, dude, that's so true.
When it comes to females in the media, you'll see something that kind of upsets me, which is that females are pinned up against each other, more so than men. You know, for example, like, you never see online, vote for who has the better butt, this actor or this actor. It's always like this female singer and this female singer, and you get to vote who's sexier, who's the hotter mama, and I just don't see it like who's the hotter dad, you know. I think that one thing that I do believe as a feminist is that in order for us to have gender equality, we have to stop making it a girl fight, and we have to stop being so interested in seeing girls try to tear each other down. It has to be more about cheering each other on as women, and that's just kind of how I feel about it. I now can really recognize and diagnose.
She gets a lot of hate for her politics though now, but like she's like so big it doesn't even really like doesn't matter. Like she got to that point in her career where it didn't matter for her to like, you know, like step in. I wish she would have just done it earlier, I guess. Like I don't know, like I feel like it's like I don't know. I just wish she would have done it like earlier instead of like, because like I feel like it makes it, I guess it gives it kind of like, in my opinion, less meaning, because like she's made it all the way to like where she literally is like set for forever, you know, instead of like taking that risk of putting it out there when she was like growing. But I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I probably would have done the same thing as her, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I probably would have done the same thing as her. I would probably waited. But I don't know, maybe she had a reason why she waited. I don't know. I don't really know anything, like I don't know deep about her, but I do really like how she's like got political, because I think that's like what every person needs to do, is like give their opinions. Like that's why one of my biggest gripes is when people are like, oh, you're a celebrity, you're not allowed to give your opinion, and I'm like, literally, they're American citizen. Like, what makes you entitled to your opinion, but they're not allowed to give their opinion? Like, they feel like these celebrities aren't allowed to like give their opinion because like they do something that's not like normal work, I guess, so it makes them less smart. I don't even know. Like, apparently the dude that's a plumber is allowed to give his opinion on Facebook, but once Taylor Swift gives her opinion, that's a singer, all of a sudden, you know, she doesn't know anything. I'm like, what do you know? You're a plumber. But yeah, I had to go on that little rant real quick because it bothers me so much. That's why I love that she's gotten into politics and like given her like beliefs and everything, because it helps people that, you know, have the same opinion, or if they have a different opinion, they look at it from her side, especially if they do love her, it gives them a new side to look at. So
toxic messages being sent to me by society, by culture, about like my body. Like, I'm a woman, I'm not a coat hanger. I need to feel healthy in my life, and I need to take pleasure in food, and I need to not use my body as like an exercise of control when I feel out of control in my life.
In the last 10 years, I have watched as women in this industry are criticized and measured up to each other and picked at for their bodies, their romantic lives, their fashion. Or have you ever heard someone say about a male artist, I really like his songs, but I don't know what it is. There's just something about him I don't like. No, that criticism is reserved for us. I've learned that the difference between those who can continue to create in that climate usually comes down to this: who lets that scrutiny break them and who just keeps making art. We have to work this hard. We have to prove that we deserve this, and we have to top our last achievements. Women in music, on stage or behind the scenes, are not allowed to coast. We are held at a higher, sometimes impossible feeling standard. And it seems that my fellow female artists have taken this challenge and they have accepted it. It seems like the pressure that could have crushed us made us into diamonds instead. And what didn't kill us actually did make us stronger.
that was
There's
a really good
always going to be
speech.
somebody that picks on you, or makes you feel small, or makes you feel like you're weird because you're different, or makes you feel like you don't deserve what you want. Something I learned a few years ago was that it's not our job to try and make people like us if they don't want to.
True.
And when you learn that and you embrace it, life gets a little bit easier.
Yeah,
If
literally, no matter what you do, you're gonna make somebody mad. Like literally, no matter what. Like literally, I've already made one person mad over this video already. Like no matter what you do, like someone's gonna get mad at you.
could
So
approach
it's like,
it like this.
it's like whatever.
Anytime
At a
somebody
point.
makes you feel insignificant or small or stupid or weird or annoying or ugly or not good enough in any way, shape, or form, if you can take that feeling, recognize it, and make sure that you never intentionally make another human being feel the way that that person has just made you feel, I think the world would be a lot nicer place to live, don't you?
And then you're gonna
She's such a smart person. Like I feel like a lot of people don't realize how smart she is, or how smart a lot of artists is, because like people just think like, since you have a good voice and you haven't worked a day in your life, etc. Like they don't understand like how like hard like a person like Taylor Swift works, and how smart she really is to get to the point where she is. Like literally, it takes like you have to be very smart to understand how she's gotten there. Like literally no person, like a lot of people want to, like even if they have all the talent she has, a lot of people wouldn't be able to make it to where she is because she like understands and like is very smart and makes like, you know, smart decisions. So
I have people who are gonna say, oh, you know, like she just writes songs about her ex-boyfriends, and I think frankly that's a very sexist angle to take.
I love this
no one
point
says
right
that
here.
about Ed Sheeran.
Facts,
no one says it
dude.
about Bruno Mars. They're all writing
So
songs
true.
about their exes, their current girlfriends, their love life, and no one
every male artist does it.
raises a
Every
red
male
flag
artist
there.
does it. Every male artist does
What
it.
advice would you give to young women trying to make it in your industry today?
I would say it's important to know that you are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. There is a negative connotation or a ridiculous accusation or a rude stereotype that can be hurled at a woman for doing anything or not doing anything. So focus on your idea of right and wrong, your idea of who you should be, your idea of what's cool, not everyone else's, because it's never all gonna match up. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about female writers, about writers in general, about people who take what happens to them and they process it and they put it out into the world, is if you write, you can turn your lessons into your legacy. And so I'm just really happy to get to do this.
She conveys her message very well also. Like I wish I could like she's very smart and can like convey it in like a really nice way. Like she's very well spoken. That's why I really appreciate watching these videos, is how well spoken she is, and she can just convey it in such an easy way. Like I wish I could just like do it that way, you know?
We do exist in this society where women in entertainment are discarded in an elephant graveyard by the time they're 35.
Everyone's a shiny new toy for like 2 years. The female artists that I know of have reinvented themselves 20 times more than the male artists. They have to.
That's a crazy,
Or else you're
what
out of a
performance is
job.
that?
Constantly
That's
having
insane.
to reinvent. Constantly finding
Bro,
new
what performance was that? That
facets
was
of
wild.
yourself that people find to be shiny. Be new to us. Be young to us.
Look how crazy
but
these
only in a new
performances
way
look.
and only the way we want. Live out a narrative that we find to
I've
be
watched that
interesting
one.
enough
You
to
can go check out my reaction to that. I did watch this one.
entertain us, but not so crazy that it makes us uncomfortable. There's always some standard of beauty that you're not meeting. Because if you're thin enough, then you don't have that ass that everybody wants. But if you have enough weight on you to have an ass, then your stomach isn't flat enough.
True.
It's all just fucking impossible.
It is impossible. Literally it is.
But we're
I feel
really
that.
mean to ourselves. And so it's easy to get confused. And when you do get confused, and you start feeling like you're not special, or you're not different, or you have nothing important to say, we all feel like that sometimes. But I want you to do right now, if there's one thing you remember from tonight, remember what I'm about to say. You need to look into the mirror in the morning and not tell yourself,
Damn, I feel like I'm about to cry watching this. This is making me like kind of a little emotional just because she's emotional.
that you're not special, or you're not good enough, you're not pretty, or you're not awesome. I'm gonna tell you right now the things you actually are not, okay? These are the things you really are not. You are not the opinion of somebody who doesn't know you. You are not damaged goods just because you've made mistakes in your life. You are not going nowhere just because you haven't gotten where you want to go yet. Those are the things you actually are not. Now, I want to tell you what you are.
This is
You
beautiful.
are your own definition of beautiful and worthwhile. That's what you are. And you are someone who is wiser because you made mistakes. Not damaged, wiser. You know, it's not about perfection. It's about just getting on with things sometimes. Sometimes you just get credit for getting up and going on with things. And you don't have to do it perfectly. And I think that we mistake our mistakes for damage, and we think other people will judge us for them. But I want you to know that the way I see mistakes, they don't make you damaged. They make you clean.
See how well spoken that was, dude. That final quip was actually, that was really good. That was really good. I'm glad to watch that today. I hope this honestly, this made my day better. So everyone has a great day today. I'm gonna definitely be doing the look what you do behind the scenes. Like I might actually post this right after I post this one, like an hour later. So go check out my channel again to see if I did post that. I think I will be. I'll be posting 2 today. So yeah, that was actually a really good video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like reading all of your comments. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, click the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.